your analysis of the works?
Super happy with all three. Tapit Trice was the first to go. Got into a really good rhythm. Basically just kind of 12 and 1 each eighth. Looked like he was getting over the ground really well. Strong gallop out. Was well in hand throughout. I mean, it was exactly what we were looking for, hoping for. Happy that we were able to get it in on a track that was in perfect condition this morning and looked very good, cooled out well. So far, so good.
What are you trying to accomplish in these works? And you're a week out. Is it just a tightener? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a tightener. It's a little bit of a maintenance type breeze. All had good solid works last week. We wanted to do a little bit less today, but still do enough to get a little something out of it. And I think we were able to accomplish that with all four of them.
You've been down this rodeo so many times. It's being 7 days out. How does the rest of it go? I mean, how much of it is nerves? How much of it is babysitting? How much of it is just hoping the horse doesn't go the wrong way?
Yeah, all of the above. You're just, at this point, you get these final works in. It seemed like they've all come back well. We'll obviously be looking over them closely at all times. We'll do some gate schooling, some paddock schooling, some maintenance gallops, and you just keep your fingers crossed at all times.
Specifically, I'm sorry.
I was just going to ask, does it get easier to have multiples in a race like this as the years go on, or not necessarily?
I don't think easier would be the right word. I mean, we have experience doing it, but when you come in with a group like we have, then expectations are high, and along with that, you're a little more tense about it and anxious for the moment to get here, and just hope that we know we have some really good colts, and we just want everything to continue to go smoothly and give them their best chance, best opportunity.
What goes into the decision to have a couple of them work together?
Well, they all worked in company. It was just a matter of kind of who would make good workmates. I put Kingsbarns and Major Dude together because they made good workmates last time. They're both owned by Spendthrift, and so it just kind of made sense to put those two together.
You've had favorites win the Derby. You've had a long shot win the Derby. You've had a lot of favorites, all the above, in 62 starts or whatever. Which is harder?
Well, I think anytime you're the favorite, expectations are higher, and we feel like we're dealing with some really good colts here that have live chances. So I think that's makes you a little more anxious about it. When you come in with a long shot that expectations are low, you probably feel a little more relaxed. But it's always exciting to be here, and what we want to do is our job. Execute our workouts properly and prepare the horses to the best we can, and then it's kind of up to everything else from there. But I thought team did a good job today. We got the breezes in the way we wanted to, and so now we just hope they continue to do as well as they currently are.
This isn't the first time you've come in with multiple winners of major prep races in the last round, but how would you compare the depth of this Derby group with some of your past groups?
Well, I mean, we've only run one favorite, and that was Always Dreaming. I think we have Forte or Tapit Trice, either one could possibly go favorite or close to it. And so I think, from that standpoint, I don't think we've ever brought three colts here with the credentials that these three have.
With Forte, has he surprised you, like in the Florida Derby being like fifth top of the lane? He blows by him like you're standing still, literally.
Yeah, no, where I was watching the Florida Derby, the box I was in was a little more than a 16th of a mile before the finish line, or right at a 16th. And when he came by me, I did not think he could get up, and much less win by a length and pricking his ears at the end. So, you could visually see him lower down and find another gear. It's exciting that he was able to do that. His first time trying a mile and an eighth, and he's amazed us with a lot of things that he does.
He seems like a horse where things just come easy to him, like even strenuous tests and everything. Has that something that's been a hallmark with him since you first started working with him?
Yeah, Forte, he's just been a natural athlete from day one. He turned everyone's heads in Ocala early on. First time I saw him breeze in Ocala in March, he stood out at Ocala Stud that day, and came into us at Palm Beach Downs, I think on March 25th, and just every time we did something with him, he was impressive. So we had high expectations in his debut, and ever since then.
Todd, have you ever had a horse that was more accomplished coming in the Kentucky Derby than Forte?
I don't think so. To be champion juvenile and come out with another Grade 1 win in the Florida Derby. I mean, his credentials are about as strong as you can get.
Todd, what is it like for you? You put in all this work to get ready for the race, and then it happens, and you have no control over it. Is that stress, enjoyable? I guess, what is it like for you after all this time?
Well, yeah. Once you kind of leg the riders up, and off they go, and so it's at that point you're hoping things fall into place. You're able to get the trips you want, and we all know how that can go in a 20-horse field. So, yeah, that's all we can do is take care of everything that we have control over, and then the rest of it, confident we'll have some of the best jockeys, and hopefully they're able to execute the game plan.
Todd, do you think that it's hard to imagine a horse being undefeated and kind of flying under the radar, but do you think that Kingsbarns is somewhat doing that, given the strength of the whole squad that you have?
Yeah, I think with Kingsbarns, he's only had 3 starts, and the Louisiana Derby was obviously his coming out party, but he's not one that's kind of been on the Triple Crown radar for a long time. So I think he's a little bit under the radar because of that.
Is Jose confirmed to ride him?
I'll confirm it with the Spendthrift guys, but I thought they got along really well this morning.
Anything specific you're looking for out of draw day, hoping for at all?
Well, we've had the 1 hole 2 years in a row, so I won't even go there. I mean, like everyone else, just hopefully draw somewhere in the middle. But again, that's one of the things we can't control, so we won't worry about it as too much.
Speaking of Spendthrift, Major Dude, what's the game plan with him? He's obviously on the outside right now, looking. He needs a few defections, but will you still consider the Derby up until entry time with him, or what's the game plan for him?
Well, I thought Major Dude worked super this morning. I'd love to see him get in, but I'll talk to the Spendthrift guys. I think if it comes down to entry day and we will not be in the body of the field, then we'll enter in the American turf.